What's up, people? My name is William Jones, formerly known as Apostle William Jones. This is a message I don't really know how to prepare for, to get it all like I would want to before saying it. So I'm just going to kind of loosely just say what I want to say to put it out there for some of you. And again, these videos are designed to make you think. You know, religion shuts your mind off. You're not allowed to think. This is what you are to believe. Everything else is the enemy. Don't research. Don't look at anything else. Only read the Bible and hear what we say. Mostly hear what we say. Read the Bible, but hear what we say. Shut your mind off, right? But this topic, like I said, I might hit on it again. I'm going to just keep it kind of loose. The psychology of religion. And I hope you found your way to this video. The religion is a psychology just like slavery was. Slavery and religion are the same thing. You know, the difference is one was enforced to make you do a job. Well, I can't even say it wasn't violence involved, because in the early days they did use violence to make you believe. You know, you're accused of hearsay. They did torture you or kill you. So what's the difference in the two? They're really the same thing. I mean, you know, they're pretty much the same thing. They were mental. You know what I'm saying? But I guess the difference today is, all right, one, you were pretty much forced to do work without any pay. And religion, they just kind of dig in your mind and make you feel like you ain't worth crap. You're born into sin, shaped in iniquity. You were just born and you're crap because you were born. So now you need a savior. But you were crap. And you're going to give your money and do everything, whatever. But this is how they get you, though. In religion, notice, and then I'm going to say the Christian church. Everybody's so mad because I say the Christian church. I ain't grew up in Islam and all other stuff. I'm going to talk to you about what I know about the Christian church. And you know it's so fake because all your comedians and your internet sensations, they can imitate what we do in the church because it's a learned behavior for us. You don't do the Holy Ghost dance in the grocery store. You do it in church because you're programmed to do these things. Your mindset is set for these things. You know, falling out and acting a fool and doing whatever. That's what we do. You don't do that. You don't do it in the streets. You only do that in church. All right? And if you do it outside the church, some gonna say you got the devil when you're acting a fool, because you got to do it in the proper place. You can't play football on the tennis court. You got to play football on the football field. Same thing. But look, see, church is psychological because first, it's a family. My church family. Who doesn't say that? My church family. To this day, the people I went to church with back in the day, I call my church family. We call them brothers and sisters. You know, that's how we do it. We make it personal. And then you're in church, turn to your neighbor and say, my neighbor. The neighbor is the person who lived next to me, technically. You're just the person that sat next to me. You're not my neighbor. You are. So now you went from brother and sister to neighbor. So, you know, they're going to connect you by family, connect you with neighbor. Everybody stand up and say this. Everybody sit down. Everybody hold hands, bow your heads and pray. You know, everybody turn to your neighbor, say, you know, I love you or something. You know, it's always something to connect everybody, so that if anybody is not in this, you are the outsider or you're weird. It's family. So for those of you that leave religion, and check it out, you're pretty much scared to tell your family. You're really scared to tell your church family. You're scared to tell your blood family. You know what I'm saying? Most of your support will come from people that are not church family or blood family. But though it's hard to come out because these people will come down on you the most. Now, I haven't received as much as other people have because I'm more forward, and I'll challenge them. I know all about the Bible. You know, I'm like one of the worst ones you want to deal with because I was so into the Bible. You want to go Bible? Let's go Bible. That's why I'm learning history. So I'll know more history. I know some history. I know more than the average Christian because Christians don't know any history. They only know what the pastor teach. Hold on. They don't know the pastor teach them. Okay, the ones that go beyond that. They only know history of Bible, but don't know history about their Bible in the real world, that the history of the Bible is not true. There's no archaeological evidence to support the Bible. They don't know that. But they know the Bible like I know the Bible. But when I began to study history, why wasn't the Bible in history? So, but like I said again, you know, your average Christian, all they know is, you know, what's that one? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Right. What the rest of that whole verse say? What the rest of that chapter say? What does it? My English gets horrible on this. What does the rest of that chapter say? What was going on before that verse and after that verse for you to pick out this one piece only because you heard pastors say, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, but yet the one you follow, Jesus Christ, was crucified. His disciples turned apostles were martyred. Stephen was martyred. Paul was martyred. Early Christians were martyred. So at what point does your no weapon formed against me shall prosper make sense? But I have that in a whole other video called God is not a good protector. I think that's what it's called. To that effect, he's not a good protector. So again, let's get back to this, the psychology of it. And if you reach a certain age, I was 44 when I got out. I'm only 45 now. Most people around my age, and I've noticed, if you get into your 40s, early 40s, hopefully you can get out. After that, after about 45, you can't teach no dog no tricks. Their brains are set. They won't research anything. They won't hear the information. Anything. Always goes back to experience. As if experience makes something real. You experience something based on the fact, psychologically, it was drilled in you your whole life to have that experience. But people, listen to me. The millennials are going to change the world. I was born in 1971. I barely got out. Most people my age, they older than they stuck. And you're gonna have the same, watch this, the same conversation over and over again. After you start presenting facts to their false faith, faith is not anything. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. When you start presenting facts and their backs are against the wall. There's nothing left but experience. I had an experience, and my experience supersedes facts. So really, like in any army, think about the military now. Are they recruiting, 29-year-olds and 35, 40, 45-year-olds? No, they're recruiting 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds, young people, to get on the field. So all of these people that's older, it'll be just like the Bible story of Moses in the desert with the children of Israel. After they came back from the report with the grapes as big as watermelons and all of that, these generations will have to die off, and the next generations are going to take over. There's a shift going on. Religion is dying. Just face the facts. It's dying, and that's a good thing. We need religion to die so we can actually advance, because the point in history where religion took over was called the Dark Ages. Nothing could happen because religion wouldn't allow anything to advance. And it's stupid now. It just causes death and division, segregation. It's stupid. So again, watch what I'm telling you, man. The psychology of it. So, like, they don't even telling your mom, you my age. I already told my mom, I know you're not going to change. My grandmother, all that. No need in talking to them about it. They're not going to change because they've had so many experiences and whatever. They don't care about that stuff. We're really dealing with the young people to change the world. The older people are going to be irrelevant and die out. I'm glad I actually, got changed, and when I did, I was right there at the breaking point. And in fact, on a job that I'm on now, I had a young guy there. He was about 22 years old. He was an atheist. Told me he was an atheist when I was like, I'm an apostle. I'm an atheist. And I didn't try to convert him. And I asked him, well, are your parents or whatever? One was this religion, Christian, like, let's say one of them was a Methodist and the other one was a Episcopalian. But he said he was an atheist. He didn't see anything in them that would cause him to be anything. So he was an atheist, and most of his friends were atheists. I'm like, wow. So when I actually was awakened and came around and I talked to him and said, you know what, I realized religion is fake. He said, I'm just amazed because normally people your age don't change. And I have found that to be true. People my age, I'm 45 now. It's 2017. People my age and older, they are far and in between the change because they will not research. They are fine where they are, and that's why we can't get anywhere. So we're looking at the younger people. You know what I'm saying? The younger people. Psychology of religion. It's a psychology. Slavery, religion, potato, same thing. People, y'all take care out there. I might have something else on this. This was just like a rough draft. I'm just spitting it out. I don't really rehearse none of this. This is just some rough draft stuff. We'll talk about it again. Peace.